Jenny Beth Martin is the president and co-founder of Tea Party Patriots, one of the largest national umbrella groups within the Tea Party movement. Before founding the Tea Party Patriots, she had transitioned out of her career as a technology executive for the Home Depot. Thank you. Ms. Martin.
Mr. Chairman, Senator Cruz, members of the committee, thank you for inviting me to testify. As Americans, we enjoy rights granted by our Creator, rights guaranteed by our Constitution. I'm exercising at least two of those rights today, the right to free speech and the right to petition my government for a redress of grievances. Now, about those grievances. What we've experienced at Tea Party Patriots over the last 6 years and what we've learned over the last 2+ years leads me to the following. For years, the most feared, most threatening, most coercive civil agency of the federal Leviathan, the Internal Revenue Service, ran roughshod over the fundamental rights of speech and association enshrined in the First Amendment. And we're still waiting for someone in a position of authority and responsibility to actually do something about it. Last week on a comedy show, the President of the United States joked, laughed, and denied that any deliberate targeting happened. He shrugged off the suggestion that any conspiracy had taken place, even though documents released just a week earlier showed Lois Lerner had met with attorneys from the Justice Department and a representative of the FBI in 2010 to discuss bringing criminal charges against conservative nonprofits. Shame on you, Mr. President. Were we hurt by the decision to target us? Of course. Groups and individuals were affected from east to west, north to south, and everywhere in between. I cannot count the number of times after I gave a speech when supporters came up to me with tears in their eyes, fear in their voice, and an envelope from the IRS in their hands, asking me how to work to make this out-of-control agency stop and how to bring about constitutionally limited government. Know this, I sit here today for these Americans. The targeting forced us at Tea Party Patriots to spend time and money educating our supporters, educating the press, researching information needed for various House and Senate committees investigating the matter, arranging town hall meetings, coordinating and paying for travel for our local coordinators to come to Washington to testify and to talk to members of Congress and committee staff. We filed FOIA requests, and then we had to pay our smart attorneys to help us understand the gibberish and the thousands of redacted pages of paper we got in response. And of course, we had to spend precious time answering all those crazy questionnaires from the IRS in the first place. We estimate we spent at least 5,000 man-hours working on IRS targeting-related issues. Think about that for a minute. 5,000 man-hours. That's the equivalent of one employee working 2.5 years full-time on this issue alone. Some have asked us to put a price tag on what the IRS targeting has cost us. But how do you put a price on free speech? Whether it costs us $1 or $1 million or somewhere in between or more, it doesn't matter. Free speech in America should never be silenced, no matter what the dollar amount. Were we stopped by this decision? Of course not. None of these things were going to stop us. And let me tell you, it has not been easy. The Tea Party movement has been targeted by the White House, the IRS, and their allies, and maligned by the Republican establishment. The opposition has done all they can to destroy us, to crush us. But they underestimated one thing. Our love of our country, our freedom, and our future are more important to us than any of them. Tea Party Patriots is doing just fine, Mr. Chairman. We have 665 active local groups whose local coordinators meet with us every single Sunday night. We have over 600,000 email addresses and over 2 million people in our database working every day on our principles and our mission. No one from the President to the IRS Commissioner or anyone else is going to trample on our rights without a fight. We've had everything thrown at us, including the kitchen sink, but we're still here. We are not going away. We're living proof that when a few good people are willing to speak truth to power, we can change things because we are Americans and we're just getting started. Thank you.